Welcome back to Hoochos. Today on Hoochos, I'm going to take you on a 2-year-long journey through my propagation of these. These are hydroponic pineapples grown with the Grow Hydroponic system. I'm going to show you how to take cuttings from store-bought pineapples, propagate them in a hydroponic media, and transfer them into a rain gutter grow system based Grow Hydroponic system. I'm going to walk you through the results that I get after 2 years of growing these pineapples, and I'm going to cut them open and taste the fruits of my labor. Now, just before we start, these systems are actually now available on the Hydroland website and the Hydroland Amazon link for the US viewers. I have the end caps available as well as an updated version of the Grow Spike, which is featured in this video, available as a physical product so you can emulate the system that we are putting into practice today. Let's propagate our pineapples. So first things first, I went to the shops and purchased a bunch of pineapples with their heads intact. So here I've got a few different stages of what we're trying to achieve when we're growing pineapples. We've got the actual fruiting stage of the plant where you've got the stalk and the fruit at the top. This actually contains all 3 portions of what we want to harvest. Obviously you want to harvest the fruit for eating, but you can utilize the top by cutting it and then replanting it. I've got some tops here that have been cut and dried out, so that is the first step, and you can see the roots shooting out from the dried top. Now we want to get these roots shooting out into a substrate rather than shooting out while they've been dried. To do this, all we're going to do is take our fresh pineapple, we're going to cut the top off, remove all of the flesh that we can. We're actually going to remove the bottom leaves. So I'm just going to peel back the leaves so that we've got about 1 centimeter of stalk there. That is going to turn into the part of the pineapple that roots out. I'm now going to dry that. I've got approximately 8 pineapples that I'm going to be doing that for. We can leave that for about a week so that it dries off. Now, if you want to save the pineapple, don't take the top off like this. Just take the actual stalk off, and we can remove the outer leaves the same way. It just doesn't give you as much plant to propagate. We can leave these to dry for a week, and we can move on to planting the ones that I've pre-dried. So with these ones, I'm just going to remove the dead leaves because there's no need for them. And we're going to be left with a nice dried stalk like that. This we can then plant into a moist cocoa mix. I'm actually going to add some scoria into my cocoa. I'm just going to do a 25% scoria, 75% cocoa mix. Final product will be more like 50-50 because they are a bromeliad and they don't particularly like wet feet. It's also going to give me a bit of weight in this tray, which is good. And this tray has drainage on the top tray and water catchment on the bottom tray, and I'll be purely watering in to start with. So I'm going to water this in first. We can let that drain out, and then we can just stick in our dried pineapple crowns, and we can leave those to root in a nice shady area. So I'm going to put these underneath my NFT. Okay, so it's been about 2 months since I last filmed that, and you can see the difference in the pineapples that were already existing in the soil pots that I had next to me. I never managed to transplant those plants into a hydroponic medium. This size pot I've been really happy with. The pineapples that can produce just with soil. So having a hydroponic medium and a never-ending nutrient resource within the pots, we could actually go smaller. On all of these pineapples, I've also got a heap of pups coming off the bottom there. So I'll be cutting these pineapples off, eating the pineapples obviously, and I'll also be replanting the pups into the propagation trays that we set up last time. Now you can see that these plants are doing wonderfully. Now obviously you don't need to leave them the full 2 months that I have, but we're going to pull these out in a second and have a look at the roots. And you can see that with the older pineapple heads that had already had roots on them, we have really nice growth. And this is what they were looking like before with the dead ends. Now we have brand new spines coming out the center, and these are going to be really nice plants. I left these heads for a week and then planted them once they had sealed on the bottom, and I'll show you what their roots look like. I wonder if we can just, oh, you can actually see on the bottom of that tray, you can see all of the roots coming through. And I've barely watered these. I've just kept the trays moist as I possibly can, and I've forgotten about them a few times. So I'm just gonna lift them out. Look at that, fully rooted. How good. I'm just gonna clean that off into one of our pots. There it is. That has fully rooted out, and I am very happy with that. Let's have a look at the bigger ones as well. Wow, look at those roots. How good. And they'll just pull straight out, hopefully. There we have a fully rooted pineapple. And we're going to replant these into, well, I would ideally plant them into a 50-50 mix of cocoa and scoria, or something heavy like a stone of some kind. But I'm actually going to be planting these into a mixture of cocoa, perlite and scoria to start with, because that's what I've got pre-mixed in my mixer at the moment. Before I do that though, we're actually going to be putting holes in the bottom of our pineapple pots. This is with a 29mm hole saw. The hole for the physical product that is available in the Australian and US stores is actually smaller, because I've redesigned the print. It's actually slightly longer so that it gets further into the grow media, and it is a smaller diameter at the base. This just means that rather than using a hole saw, you can use a Christmas tree bit, and the diameter is 22mm. Check the product description so that you're making the right size hole, or you can just match up, obviously, the physical dimensions to the hole that you want to create. This is so that we can put them onto the system that I've designed for them, which I'll show you in a second. It is the Grow Spike system. And I had no idea, because I hadn't actually invented it at the time that I planted these pineapples, and I had no idea where I was going to put them. But now I think I have the perfect system that will be able to supply nutrients and water to these pots in a really hassle-free way. And I don't need to have the system up and running right now. I can just plant these guys in, have the hole pre-drilled, water them from above for a little bit until I find out where I want to plant the system. I'm going to drill out all my holes, all my pots, fill them up with grow media and add in our pineapple. And from here we can just plant in our pineapples. So it's as easy as taking our pineapple, placing it in, and I'm just gonna fill around. So this mix is 40% scoria, 40% cocoa, and 20% perlite on top. And that's what our plant is gonna look like. So I'll put that aside. So I'm just gonna take these pups off by snapping them off. And then we have baby pineapples. I'm just gonna pop these straight into my mix, the pups, like so. And with the pineapple heads, I'm actually going to let these dry out because they are a lot more moist. So that's what happens when you leave the pineapples. They develop these pups around the bottom. Now these obviously aren't hydro, but how good, exciting. A taste of things to come. Yum. And now I'm going to take these guys to a shady spot. I'm going to water a bit of hydroponic nutrient into each of my pots. Then once I've got the system set up and they're a little bit established, we can move them into a hydroponic system. Okay, so it's been a bit over a week since I cut the heads off those pineapples that you saw in the last scene. And as you can see, the ends have sealed up really nicely, and these ones are ready to be planted into our mix. As for the pups coming off the side of the pineapple, I haven't actually checked these yet, so I'm actually quite interested to see how these have gone. So this is after about a week. So as you can see on the bottom of this one, we've got the first roots protruding out of the base of this pup. So it'll take at least a week before you get the first roots coming out. Here's another one. You can see the roots just starting to emerge I would give these at least a couple more weeks to get more established with roots, and then you can transplant. So it's been about a week and a half since I planted all of these pineapples into their pots, and I've watered them in with hydroponic nutrient, full strength hydroponic nutrient, a few times since. And I'm getting some really nice green crowns on all of the pineapples. So I'm happy with their progress, and we can move to the next step, which is introducing them into a hydroponic system. Now, the hydroponic system that I'm going to be utilizing today is the Grow Spike hydroponic system. This was the terracotta version that we created in my Grow Spike video, where I introduced you to that 3D print, and I'll be utilizing that 3D print for these pineapples. And here I have printed off some grow wicks ready to go so that we can set up our system. All I have to do from here is wick up the print and add it into a rain gutter grow system. So as usual, all of the 3D prints can be found on my Patreon and can be downloaded to be printed at home. So to wick up our grow spikes, we will just use a 6mm wicking cord. We can just cut this to length, and we just feed that through our grow spike like so. And I'm going to do that for all of them. Okay, so now I've got my 12 grow spikes set up. I can now set up the rain gutter grow system that these are going to sit within. And this is one that I set up earlier. I pre-made a bunch. All I did was I added on my 3D printable end caps that are available for both the Australian and the American pipe sizes. I've siliconed the ends on and added in my tap and my float valve end. Also cutting out a section for the float valve to lay in. I'm just going to lay this down. All right, let's get the level. That'll work. Now, I don't think they'll fall over, but there's only one way to find out. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that this is nice and level, and then I'm going to measure and mark out 12 pot spaces so that we can lay out our pots evenly, and drill out a 29mm hole for all of our grow spikes. And to this end, I'm going to add in my float valve and connect it up to my 1000 litre hydroponic nutrient reservoir, which will allow this to automatically refill as the plants utilize the nutrient. So to do this, I'm just going to be using some plumber's tape, a 13mm to BSP barbed piece, so that I can connect up my 13mm garden hose to this system. Very good. Good girl. I can connect it up. We've actually got a really nice water level across the system. It is slightly higher at that end, but that's okay because there's enough water in there to cover the grow spike. And the nutrient that I've got in here is a 2.4 EC pH between 5.5 and 6.5. And that's the same as all of the systems in this area. All right, so I'm gonna lay out the grow spikes and we can place over the top our pineapples. So where the hole is on the bottom, the grow spike will just pierce straight into our pot, and it will start wicking from the rain gutter below into the base of our pot, and it will wick into the cocoa, which will not oversaturate. It will remain moist, but it will not take more water than is required by the plant. So we can place all of our pots over the top of our grow spikes, and that will wick up into all of our pots from below, feeding our plants with hydroponic nutrient. Now that we've planted out our pineapples, we can see how they grow. Now, I actually didn't really get much film of the pineapples as they were growing. You don't really notice that they're making such progress. So here is the result. And we have a look at that result. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pineapples, and they are massive pineapples actually. They're larger than the original pineapples that were on the plants that we started with. There are a few things that I'd change with this technique. For instance, as you can see here, my pots were falling over with the weight of the plants. So I've had to sturdy them up. I've just put 2 sleepers connected with another piece of wood. That has sort of allowed me to keep the pots from toppling. So I'm not particularly sure how I'd recommend to fix that problem. Maybe you could have heavier pots like the terracotta pots that the original grow spike system was in. They are large plants. They get quite heavy and they will tend to wander. I haven't done anything except for feed them hydroponic nutrient. These guys are now on a Campbell's Diamond White hydroponic nutrient, and that's what they started flowering and fruiting on. So let's cut one of these pineapples off and see how it tastes. So I'm going to take this pineapple, cut it off at the base like so. And the beauty of this technique is you kind of just get exponential pineapples, because you can now take the top of this pineapple and propagate it. So good. It looks pretty good already. Have a go at that. That looks incredible. All right, let's see how it tastes. Oh my God. I remember what the first ones tasted like, and they were super sweet. And this is just as good. In fact, I think it's even better, purely for the amount of effort that went into growing them. Well, actually, it was just a setup. The system takes care of itself, so this was worth it. I can definitely recommend this method of growing. I had no idea when I started that it would work out so well. Yeah, how good. And it's so versatile. Like, if you can grow bromeliads in it, what can't you grow? Well, on that note, the files for this print are on my Patreon if you want to print them yourself, or they're now available in physical form on the Hydroland stores. So I wish you happy hydroponicking, and I will see you next time on Hoochos. You can't beat pineapple in the middle of summer. It's just the best.